So one of the downsides with YouTubing is you sort of get stuck in the rut doing the same thing over and over again that works. And if you want to experiment and do something different, the algorithm usually punishes you and the videos don't do as well, so then you're scared to try anything different. And that's why most people start a second YouTube channel, which I did a little bit over a year ago with my fiance, April Rose. So for those of you that don't know, I wooed a supermodel to move to Kansas to live with me after becoming single, and I have really low self-esteem with women in general. So I did not approach her. We were co-workers at Barrett-Jackson, but when I became single, she approached me and said, "Hey, I like you," and I was quite shocked. And yeah, I'd love to move from Chicago to Kansas with you. And she has a long career in broadcasting, sort of in that space of television. She was on Guy Code and Girl Code of MTV. She did a lot of acting. She was in Grown Ups 2 as the ballet teacher doing the dance. What she's doing in Kansas with me, nobody knows. I totally get it. I don't know what to do. I've been in the gym a lot trying to get like somewhat in shape to get myself to like a mid-6, maybe a low 7, so I can stand next to her and people don't go. But I mean, obviously, look at this face. It's not working. But anyway, she has moved to Kansas, and I convinced her to start a YouTube channel with me. We still do Barrett-Jackson's together. She still has her radio show. There's still plenty of small jobs here and there. But to fill the time and to work together, we thought, well, let's start a YouTube channel. And it kind of got off to a rough start. I shouldn't say that because the first couple of videos did really well. I think people out of curiosity wanted to see what was going on. And we did like a haunted hotel tour for Halloween, but the original intention of the channel, it was called Good Morning YouTube, was like a morning variety show for YouTube where we really didn't talk about cars all that much, if at all. And in my hubris, I thought we could do anything and our audience would watch, even though we're fully based in the car world. So the best chicken tenders and trying all the chicken tenders, or eating everything on the menu in Taco Bell, or just silly things, even getting into politics a little bit, which was a really, really bad idea. So kind of a rough start. And we discovered that when we posted car videos, they were so far and above everything else that the channel quickly pivoted to just talking about cars, sort of doing car news. There's a bit of a vacuum, I feel like, in the YouTube space in that, with Life of Palos sort of retiring, even though we don't do much car YouTuber gossip, but just talking about the news of the day with cars, there wasn't really anybody doing that. And on top of that, I feel like there wasn't many people doing car reviews as far as new car, hoopty car, whatever, as a couple, reviewing a car and having that back and forth. And April is very easy to have verbal intercourse with back and forth in those reviews. That's just what she's naturally very good at. So we do this combination of studio episodes. So these studio segments turned into all cars, and then the reviews, obviously all cars. So the Good Morning YouTube didn't make any sense. Also, we weren't waking up and posting in time for it to be a morning video. We were posting at noon, so I guess it's morning somewhere. So it really wasn't a morning show anymore. So we decided to completely pivot the channel and change the name. And there were a lot of names getting floated around. There's Car Simps, there was Torque and Tits, which was obviously a joke. And then, a lot of really bad ones trying to do, some top gear, bottom gear, whatever, full torque. I mean, everybody's done every single play on that. So we just stuck to the simple formula. Hoovie's Garage, April's Garage. So it transformed into April's Garage channel, even though I'm in more or less every video. Yeah, we're exploring a whole new second car channel, and it's nice to be able to start over and find the groove and what works on a new channel versus Hoovie's Garage, where, I've been doing more or less the same thing for 8 years. And I enjoy what I do. I certainly do enjoy it, but from a creativity standpoint. So it's nice to have that creative outlet and also someone to bounce off of. I have the car wizard in my inspection videos, but otherwise it's just me by myself. So it's nice to have that back and forth. And the growth has been great since we did this pivot to April's Garage. It's about to cross into 100,000 subscribers, so she'll get her little silver plaque. And actually, the AdSense has been pretty good. We might break 6 figures in ad revenue for this year for a little YouTube channel. I mean, I feel bad for people that are starting out that don't have the built-in audience of April or myself, because I certainly see like how hard it is to start over and grow a YouTube channel from scratch. And me having the head start of that audience certainly helped. But to stumble through and put in all this effort, all the time into shooting and editing, and I actually hired someone to edit for the first time. I had no help before this. The expense of all that, I definitely understand why most people, they go into starting a YouTube channel and they just can't break through, especially like mainstream celebrities that think they can go from the TV world to the movie world and then start a YouTube channel. And to do all of that work and see no return and no one watching, even if you were a big name and had a TV show years ago, I totally get why it would be so discouraging and you don't continue. But the best advice I can give is to find a unique angle and then be consistent, posting at least every week. Now, there's some YouTube channels like Tavares where they post and it's an event once a month or every other month or whatever. But starting out, you got to keep that audience engaged, and they'll forget about you if you decide to take a month or two off because you get burned out. So find that angle and then commit, and hopefully in a year or two, you might actually start seeing a few dollars.
If you get a ticket, the first thing you should do is text a picture of it to 305-305. That will get the ticket clinic on your case immediately. You'll be facing costly fines, risks of suspension, possible jail time, points on your license, higher insurance premiums, and a lot of bad things that they can help you to avoid. You can also find them at the link in the description below, but the Ticket Clinic is a nationwide law firm with brick and mortar offices in Georgia, Florida, and California, but they've got attorneys everywhere, and that's what's most important, because a local attorney will know exactly how the local laws work, know the people who are in charge, and get you the best outcome possible. So text a picture of your ticket to 305-305 or click the link in the description below to fight your ticket with the Ticket Clinic.